So we're going to take you through the process of preparing your Azure storage for app volumes for Windows 365 and AVD. So I'm in my storage account, and I'm not going to fully create it. I'm just going to take you through the process. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create this storage account. And we're just going to call this, what are we going to call it? App volumes. Doesn't really matter, right? You call it whatever you want to call it, unless they don't like you. So we'll just keep it simple. So you're going to go through this. So typically you want to make it just accessible from what you need it accessible from. So I'm making it accessible to the domain I set up for this. Default Microsoft Network Routing, and then you go to review, and then you create it. And then once you've created it, there's a couple other things you want to do first before you go do the other portions. So inside I'm going to create a file share. That's one thing that I do. And then inside of access control and IAM, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to add a role. So what you do is you add a role assignment. You come down. I typically go with the storage file share contributor. Go next, and I'll add the members or whatever they want to add in there. Then I'll go back, review, and assign. One other thing to talk about, not to skip around, but you'll do this after you're done with the next step, is you'll come back in here to configured, and you're going to set the enable permissions for all authenticated users and groups to that storage file SMB share contributor role, which really kind of leaves the other feature setting moot, but I guess it depends on however you want to do it. You might end up using the first one for testing, and then you'll come back in here and do this. So now once you've created all that, the other portion is going to be to connect it to AD. So let's go over to our DC to do that. So over here, this is and I'll talk about this more in my blog, is one of the things that you'll go grab a collection of scripts which are used to join the Azure storage accounts to AD. And it's pretty straightforward. You'll put in subscription ID, the resource group name, storage account name, the same account name that you want to create on the AD side, encryption, the OUDN of where that's going to get put and all that. And then basically you're going to basically do this join command, and it's going to join it to AD. And then after that, you'll run this little debug command, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So the debug command is really cool because you can see here it shows you the results of actually running it, and actually it's great because it will remind you if there's any permissions that you didn't set. Like I'll show you what that looks like too. So you can see in here it shows you that my account didn't have the SMB share level permissions for the storage account that I forgot about, and so it actually kind of reminds you. So you go back, you set them, you rerun it again, and then things look nice and clean and pretty. And that's all you have to do, and then your storage account will be all ready to set up with App Volumes Manager.